Alright, what's up guys? I'm gonna do another product review today on my day off here. Oh gosh, what is today? It's April 5th, 2022, alright? I'm gonna talk a little bit today about two different paintball guns that I just bought. I guess I'm gonna get back into paintball. I started playing paintball when I was 10, and now I'm 27, so let's just say I've been playing for over 15 years. And now I don't play a lot. I maybe only play once every other year, or get some people together and we'll shoot. I don't even do a whole lot of competitive playing, but I do at least like collecting the guns, and I get into shooting all types of guns. So today we'll talk about two different guns. I just reviewed the JT e-kast, which is made by JT. It uses spider threads, and unlike a lot of beginner paintball guns, unfortunately, it is made out of plastic. The really cool thing about the e-kast is that it actually gives you an e-grip, which is run by a 9-volt battery. You just plug the battery, you open up the grip on the gun with a little screwdriver from your toolbox, and you can install, say, like an Energizer or a Duracell pretty easily onto the battery system connectors in there, with maybe a little tiny bit of tweaking. Like, I think I had to bend the battery terminal a little tiny bit to get the connector to fit properly, but that's because this stuff's made in China, China isn't a bad place, but a lot of the stuff is, cheap. So, anyways, it works. So we got an e-grip on the JT e-kast. I'll grab that right now and show you what that looks like, just in case you didn't see my other video I just posted today about the e-kast. Gotta excuse my room here, it's messy. I got a rabbit in here. I got some plants in my room. It's messy, but it's a good room. So, anyways, this is the e-kast. I accidentally have left the e-grip on, which is not good. If you leave this e-grip running for hours at a time, it will kill your battery. So I'll show you how this works. There's a little black button here. You can turn the e-grip on and off. So if I turn it off, I hold this down and boom, it shuts off. If I want to turn it back on, I hold this down again and boom, it turns on. It'll blink to let you know that you're functioning. So there are different settings in here you can access by squeezing this trigger and this power button at the same exact time. And I'll show you how to do this. First, you turn the gun off. This is all in the instruction manual, okay? So you turn the gun off, you hold the power button and the trigger in simultaneously the same time, okay? Once you do that, you'll see it blink really fast. When it blinks really fast, let it go. Okay, it'll stay on. Now, one is semi-automatic. One push, okay? So I pushed it one time. And now it'll show you, it'll indicate one blink, and it'll shut off. Now, when you turn it back on, now we're firing in semi, which is my favorite setting for the e-kast, okay? That's my favorite mode. Now, just without taking too much time, I'll just let you know there are two other settings that you can access by using the trigger and power button holding method, and then you can reset your firing mode, okay? I'm going to leave mine in semi because that's where I like it, because now I can, fan the trigger and I can get some more accurate type style shots in with this thing. And I went ahead and wrapped it with some camo tape so I could get a good hold on it, and I got rid of that crappy foregrip, right? And now it looks pretty good, right? So I'm probably just going to leave it in semi, and that's how I'll play with it for in the woods. So let's go ahead and shut this down, and I'll get right on to showing you guys the other gun, which I like much better. I wrapped both of them in camo tape. So my other gun is a Tippman, right? I'll grab it. So this is a pretty cool gun. Now, I never knew this gun even existed until this year, actually, with a little bit of research. And after looking it up online and reading some reviews, I bought it. So my feed neck here is a little bit loose. Now this feed neck comes with this gun. It's pretty nice. It's It's got a metal screw, but it's made out of plastic, which is alright, I suppose. The rest of the gun is mostly made out of plastic, but there are quite a bit more metal components on this gun than the e-kast, which is completely manufactured out of plastic. So this is called a Gryphon. As you can see, there's a little fella on the side here. He looks like a dragon, right? He's got wings, some claws, and a long neck and a tail. He's a Gryphon, right? So Gryphons are mythical creatures. They fly. They breathe fire, some of them, right? This is a great little gun. So it's got a closed bolt system for the most part. The bolt is a little bit open up top here, but what you do is you lock this back into place, and then boom, right? So this gun is semi-automatic. You don't have multiple firing modes you can select on here like you do with the e-kast. There is no e-grip. It's mostly mechanical, and honestly, for this reason, I like it better. It's just a simpler shooting experience. I did notice it was more accurate, even with this short stock barrel. This is the stock barrel, which is metal. Some anodized, type of metal, cheap metal, but it's nice, and it's also ported, which means it's a little quieter, I guess. So it unscrews pretty easily here, threads in, and you got a nice foregrip, which is it feels sturdy. It might be plastic, but it is really, really sturdy feeling. Like I'm not gonna break it, even if maybe I fell on it in a game. And it's just nice. So I wrapped the whole thing in camo the best I could, even the trigger actually. And now this trigger is semi-special, I suppose you could say. It's called a blade trigger, so it means that it's supposed to be more comfortable to hold with two fingers, so you can get a better rate of fire. And it's also sensitive. The trigger pull is not too bad on this gun for a $99, $80 gun. I think this gun, when it first came out in like 2013 or maybe 2012, was like $99. A little bit cheaper than the 98. A lot of people went with the Tippman 98 Custom, which was a fairly accessible gun. You could do a lot to it for customizing and barrel, customizations and triggers and springs and pistons and all that jazz, foregrips, sights, everything. Tippman just makes a really solid gun. Most of them are made out of a really solid metal material, and a lot of people who play in the woods or get more aggressive even with speedball were using Tippman guns. So well, the speedball part might be sort of a lie, but I'm sure that a lot of speedball courses would allow a Tippman gun because they are really nice and they do meet specifications most of the time. So anyways, this one's really unique because you don't have, like a lot of the older Tippmans, you had like a pressure line that would connect from the foregrip here into the upper chamber to the gas connector down here. And that would sometimes get in the way, right? If you have a line connecting to here, that could catch on your clothes or on a tree branch or something, and it was kind of annoying, actually. So this is pretty sweet. They got like high tech with it, and it's more like a mini GS by Empire, or one of those newer guns that allows you to have a good gas connection or air connection without actually needing a line. So that's cool. The velocity adjustment on this one's kind of weird. It's actually on the side of the gun, and I think like the A5, you have to turn it counterclockwise instead of clockwise to go up to make your velocity more powerful, which is kind of the opposite as what you'd think. But anyways, I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes, and I'll just tell you that this gun, to me, is much nicer than, I'll show you, the e-kast. Now here's the e-kast. I already reviewed this gun. This is the e-kast. Without the stock foregrip and stock barrel. This is a different barrel, and I took the foregrip off and closed it off with some hockey tape, camo hockey tape for playing, for competition. But anyways, guys, That's about 10 minutes, and I'm not going to waste any more time. Those are my two guns I just got. Don't buy cheap paintball guns unless you want to just have some backup plinking guns, or maybe you expect your guns to go down and you want something cheap to kind of back you up, and you don't want to keep worrying about, excuse me, my nose really itches today. You don't want to keep worrying about maintenance and all that jazz. Just kind of avoid the cheaper guns like e-kast and stuff like that, and maybe get like an HK Army Saber or a Tippman 98 custom, something that's super solid, and maybe leave those cheaper guns for like super novice players or like even kids. But yeah, sometimes you got money kicking around, it's cool. You want to buy like an extra gun, a spare gun, that's fine. I guess these guns, the Tippman Gryphon is a way better option, obviously, but the e-kast could be fun as well for anybody, I suppose. All right, guys, have a nice day. Thanks.